everyone, welcome to Wow Crochet Designs. My name is Mary, coming to you with the Midweek Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone. I might be a tad early. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, about 3 minutes early. Sorry. Excuse me, they're saying. Why? Yeah, I'm a little bit early, just a tad. I don't know what's happening with the lighting today, so, bear with me, guys. I'm not going to play with it. I'm just going to leave it like that. So just bear with me with the lighting. We've got a lot to discuss today. And I know that nobody's on yet because I'm early. So I will wait a little bit before I start saying anything majorly important. Just to let everyone know, we are so far on track with our tutorials this week, and we'll talk about that in a moment. And as you saw, the bag, the blue bag right there. You're not late, guys. I'm just a little bit early, yeah? The blue bag right there. I haven't done much. I've just been chatting away. Hello, Middle. Hello, Bonnie. Lovely to have you here. Just going to change our chat to live chat and not top chat, please, guys. Do that now so that everyone can see your chat. Hello from Dublin. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Jody. Hello, Margaret. So welcome. Where are we from all over the world? Be lovely to hear where you're from. I love that we can actually communicate with everyone from all over the world. Let's drop our camera a little bit more. I think the camera's sitting on something because it's moving. So I don't know what's going on here today. The lighting's bad. I must have moved everything. I don't remember doing it. So maybe I'm sleepwalking. Hello, Margaret. Yes, everyone's saying hello. And it's almost 11 p.m. where you are, Middle. I did get on a little bit earlier. Bear with my voice, guys. It did play up and now it's starting to heal. Yesterday was terrible. Day before was worse. But now it's starting to heal a little bit. Okay, so Carol McPhee from New Zealand. Welcome, Carol from Melbourne, Australia. Tracy from South Africa. Welcome, Tracy. And Bonnie from Georgia, USA. I love that we are a worldwide community and that we can all hang out together and have a lot of fun. Have a lot of crochet fun, if you will. So I love that. That's great. So welcome, everyone. We will be discussing what's happening this week. We'll be talking about what we've done so far. And let's get rid of that naughty person who's messaging me. Go away, go away, go away. Don't you love them? Literally, they know 4 p.m. that I get on my live. And they still message me. I've lost all the chat. It's midnight there, is it, Bonnie? I've lost all the chat. It's gone missing. That's the only chat I can see. Oh, hang on now. Middle Earthians has come up. Crocheting a shawl right now. Oh, go Middle Earthians. Woo. We need to talk. We all need to talk. We've got a lot to discuss. The wreath is one thing I want to discuss today. Oh, my gosh. You know how long it's taking to do the wreath? It's my fault because I used an 8-ply cotton, which is a DK weight or a number 3 weight overseas. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Hello, Fluffy Kitten. Welcome. I hope everything is well on your end, Fluffs. I don't know how I can just shorten your name like that, Fluffs. So I hope everything is well on your end. So welcome. The wreath is just, I was about to say, you ready for a rhyme? The wreath is causing me grief. Grief. I nearly said grief. Grief. The wreath is causing me grief. All right, it's not really. It's not. It's just that you're truly decided to do the wreath in 8-ply, a DK weight, and a lightweight cotton. And I decided to use a 3.5 millimeter hook. Big mistake. Huge, because it's going on forever. I have done, get this, 72 rows, and I'll show you in a minute, and I am only a quarter of the way through it. 72 rows, oh my gosh. So I don't think the wreath's going out this week. Do you love it or what? And I miss all the chat, so let's go back. Fluff says she's all good there. That's great. Oh, hello, Karen. Jan, hello, Jan. Lovely to have you here. Jay, beautiful Jay. So lovely to have you here. I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome. Auntie T's in the house. Yay, Auntie T. I get so excited, don't I? I get so excited. Now, as you know, Saturday was a very bad morning for me with my cough and sore throat. Sunday, it started getting better. I was doing all right. And then Monday, bang, it just got so bad. Tuesday, I had a voice, but I had, right, it was all sinusy and I was coughing and sneezing and carrying on. And by yesterday afternoon, literally yesterday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, I started to feel a little bit better. This morning I woke up and thought, well, it's still there, but it's very minor. Stop messaging me. I do like that. They message me and I get rid of them. And so I'm still a little bit nasal, but I'm like, 100% better now. So thank you very much for those of you who sent me some PMs asking how I'm feeling. I'm feeling a little bit better. I still do have a croaky voice, so bear with me. But I would say I'm about 80% better today than I was yesterday. So there you go. All right. So thank you very much for those of you who PM'd me about that. Private message me, that is. Let's get back to what I was talking about. The wreath. The wreath. This guy right here. Oh, Edith has done a super chat. Thank you so much, Edith. Very well received. You know where it's going to go, and I thank you very much for that. That's so cute. I really do love what they've got now. What's he doing? He's just sitting there like this, or like that. I love all this stuff that they have. Thank you very much, Edith, for that. And for those of you who didn't know this, there is one lovely lady who is on our live at the moment. She knows who she is because she does it all the time. She heads over to our website before our lives and makes a small donation. And I thank her very much for that. She makes that on every live, and I really do thank you very much. You know who you are because you always do it. So thank you very much. I don't know if she wanted her name mentioned, so I just thought I would say that to her while she's on our live. Okay, wreath, guys. Get it. It's driving me batty, yeah? The color I decided to use was, and still is going to be, green. I've decided to go against my red for this one thing, and there we go. There's the green. It's just a basic single crochet stitch. It's really tight, as you can see. I did use a 3.5 millimeter hook for mine. I'm going to talk to you today about measurements on purpose, but it doesn't matter anyway because this is not getting done this week. I want to get it done, but I'm telling you, 72 rows, and I'm only a quarter of the way through the wreath. And that 72 rows, because it's so small, took me forever. So it's not getting done this week. It will be getting done by maybe Tuesday of next week, or maybe even Thursday. So just give or take a few days, only because I have so many other things on my plate at the moment. And each row doesn't take long, but they're just so small that it just takes forever to grow. So it's coming, and just bear with me. As you can see, the green, how gorgeous is that? That is a green cotton 8 ply. This is just single crochet rows. There you go. With a chain at the end. Yeah. Now I'm going to talk to you about measurements because I know you guys are waiting for measurements, and I've lost the chat again. Can you believe this? It just goes on me. It just goes. Where does it go? It just goes. All right. So I know that you're wanting the measurements. It'll give you an opportunity, the proper measurement that is, an opportunity to go out and purchase the yarn you need. I am looking between, it's 38 grams there so far. So if it's a quarter of the way, say 40 grams, 40, you might need about 40, 42, because mine are really tight. Yeah. It's about 40, 42, I don't know, let's say 40 by 4 fours, 160 to 185, maybe even 200 grams, usually about 185. Hi, Raylene, and hello, lovely to have you here. Raylene, we're talking about the wreath at the moment, this one right here, that I'm struggling with, not because I'm struggling to make it, I'm struggling for time. Each row takes me so long to complete. So the tutorial will not go up until next week. I'm sorry, guys. I won't get it finished by... I've started recording it. That part has been recorded. But to finish it, I say to you, right, head off on your own and do 200 and something rows. I can't remember how many it was, right? And then meet me back here. And all I could think of was, oh my gosh, these rows are taking so long. Anyway, let's get on to the measurements. I'm going to measure it from the top. Now, I know it's 109 centimeters. Give it away or what? But I want to do that in front of you so that you can see the measurements of the length giving you an opportunity to have a play with some stitches, yeah? So it's roughly, I'm lying, it's roughly between 109 to 110 centimetres. I'm not sure what that is in inches, guys. Dr. Google it, Uncle Google it, Auntie Google it, whatever you want to call it. Google it and find out what 110 centimetres, 109 to 110 centimetres in inches is. I calculated 109 centimetres. Sorry about the squeaking. That's the outside edge of your wreath. So if you're wanting to make the same size as me, that will be the size that you are looking at. Now, I opted not to do the red, but to do the green instead. I do prefer the wreath to be green. Simple fact that you can add a lot to it. Only problem is it may affect our St. Patrick's Day item when it comes up, but I'm not too worried because we might use a bit more white in the St. Patrick's Day item and use a little thing in the middle of it as a green. Yeah, so I'm not too worried. It'll be a small item anyways. So there you go. Now let me have a drink, guys. As you know, I've had a sore throat the past week, but it's feeling a little bit better. Oh no, 80% better. Cheers. I have a few people on, but the chat's very quiet. Is it 43 inches, Edith? Thank you so much for that. Edith, get in the corner. Sit, in fact, sit right here next to me. You have to sit on this side because usually Middle Earthians on this side, hun. Middle Earthians, you've claimed this side right here. So, Edith, you'll have to sit on this side. So soon. You didn't even stay more than 5 minutes and you're already in the corner, Edith. What's going down? You're not. Well, you are, but you're right here next to me, darling. Left spot beside Mary is for me. That's right, Middle. And there's one thing I give credit to the lovely Middle. She is all over our social media, and she's everywhere we are. And I thank you very much, Middle, for your support always. Dougie says, hi, woof, woof. I love your Dougie. Your Dougie is so cute. You cannot get enough of Dougie. We'll have to come and meet Dougie one day, Karen. Next time I'm over that area, I'll come and meet Dougie. I never get up that area, so I never get down that area. I've got family in that area too, by the way, Karen. It's funny that. It's so funny. All right, so I think your channel is the one I focus on the most. Oh, Middle, come sit next to me again, darling. You're making me all warm and fuzzy inside. Aww. St. Patrick's Day is a very important day. We must not delay any projects. Now, I am getting stuck into St. Patrick's Day very soon. You're looking at it won't be the end of next week. It'll be the week after. And we'll have something small for our wreath and maybe something, I don't know. Let me think about it. We'll definitely have something for the wreath anyway, so something tiny. And I'll talk about what that's going to be when I think about what I want to do. I haven't really created anything, so I'm going to have to get my act into gear. I planted myself beside you like Kiki and Marty in the corner. I live on your left side. You sure do, Middle. You're right here, hun. And Edith is over here. Marty and Kiki back there, and there's a special lady. She knows where she is. She sits on my website. I think you know who you are, special lady. She's always on my website. Thank you very much for joining us with the bag that we are creating. We are creating this gorgeous bag now. On Saturday, a couple of people had some issues with my showing them how to do this section of the bag. So guess what? I did a tutorial on it, and that's coming tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow you are getting a tutorial to show you how to join the handles to your bag. Now, if you want, we can still do it today, which I've just pulled the threads out. Can you believe it? What have I done? What have I done? Silly me. Silly me. Oh, what have I done? I have no idea what's going on down here. Oh. Excuse me. I've just pulled everything undone. Just talk amongst yourselves. So we could still do it if you like, but I'm thinking let's hold it out and let's wait till tomorrow because this is recorded and it's also edited. So it will come up tomorrow, I think. It's a better idea to get this up on the channel so you guys can see it properly. I'm sitting on Mary's lap as I'm still in the naughty corner. Karen, you seem to be stuck to that naughty corner. Get off my lap. You're too heavy. So what we might do, by popular demand, this is actually going up as a tutorial, just the handle, because we've already done the bag. Now this is the size for the 8-year-old. So this is the 100 chains. This one here will be the small handle bag. Oh, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Maybe it will be the larger handle. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll do the next size up, the 120, just for fun. What do you reckon? This is the only lives that I catch up on if I miss it. Thank you, Jay. I'm glad you pop in and see us on this live. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate anybody who does come in on the live. And I especially appreciate you, even if you watch it after the live. If you can't make the live and you watch it later and think, great, I'll catch up then, and that's great. But see this little bag? We're going to do it tomorrow as a tutorial, yeah? Because I found that showing everyone how to do this section kind of confused a lot of people. So it's better to do it top down. You can have a look at it. I haven't worked out how to do that live, how to change things around, and I haven't worked it out. I'll do it one day, so, you know, we can all, you know, see it properly. But for now, I haven't worked out how to do it. I don't have my equipment set up to record here either. If you didn't know this, when I'm recording, when I'm on my workstation, it's in the other room, and the equipment's already set up for me. I don't bring it in here and set it up in here. Firstly, it doesn't fit on this small table anyways, so I can't really record here. The only time you see me record in this room is when I'm doing a video vlog and I can put a few things on the table. The table's about that big, so my equipment won't fit. The stand is too big for it, and you don't know what the stand is. You've never seen it before. I've never really showed anyone. That's kind of my little secret stand. A lot of people want to know how I do my recordings, that no one else can do it that way. I'm not telling anyone. It's a special way. It is such, how can I explain it? It's such an old-fashioned system that you guys would laugh if you saw it. So I haven't shown anyone. I think I might keep that part a secret. It's not something I want anyone to see. It's like, I don't know if you know when something breaks and you put like a little bit of sticky tape on it to hold it together in the hopes that it's not going to collapse. That's what my stand is like. Things are just pasted, and some of them aren't even pasted. That's why I have a lot of the occasional, I won't say a lot, there's occasional blooper where the stand collapses, because it's not set in stone. It is just, I pop a few tubs up and I'm not going to say too much. It's just like a frame, and we just like stick a phone in there, and that's how I record. And that, you know what? That's the very first way I set up 6 years ago. And I haven't changed that setup. I even bought a special stand thing, and I paid money and everything for it. Didn't like it. It was annoying. The little leg things were in my way. I couldn't work out. I bought a big stand, this stand here that's here. I tried that. Nothing worked. I went straight back to the old system, and it seemed to work. So there you go. Anyway, that's a little bit of trivia there. Have I missed anybody? Yes, I have. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Christine. You are late, but it's not too late, Christine. Don't give away your tricks, your trades. Yes, I won't. I'm a trademark. No. All I want to say is an old-fashioned way of doing things. That's all. And it works for me because, hey, if in case you hadn't noticed, I'm not that young. I mean, I've been 29 for years. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm young, right? All right, let's get on with it. All right, so this bag's coming tomorrow. That's the change of, when I said on our community post that we're going to change what's happening this week, that's the change. I'm popping this tutorial with the handle up tomorrow, and it'll be the blue one you'll see, but the green one will be done by the weekend anyway. I've recorded it in the blue one. Yes, I have. Hey everyone, give Mary a thumbs up. That's how we show her our love. That's right, guys. Not everyone can make donations on our website. Not everyone can do super chats, but it costs you nothing to do a thumbs up, and it does help the channel, and it shows YouTube you still want to see fun tutorials. Speaking of fun tutorials, something came into my head the other day, and I did something silly for the channel, and that's coming up very soon. It's to do with weaving in ends. So it's a little bit of a skit. It's only very small. I might add it into one of our video vlogs, or I might continue on with something else and add to it. Or I might pop up a bloopers video, including that little skit. It's a bit of fun, bit of silliness on my part, as I do. As you know, I like to do. Love to you all. Got to go. Oh, Bonnie, have a good sleep. We'll see you soon, hun. I was just about to watch the C2C tutorial. Catching you live now. Oh, Christine, that's okay, honey. You can watch it after the live. It's all good. What time is it over there now? Right now it is 4:18 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon. Whatever that day is, 24? No, it's 22nd of Feb. Hello. 22nd of Feb today. Yes. So there you go. Good night, Bonnie. Yes, have a good sleep. Speaking of C2C. All right. Now, you guys know you've already done the C2C piece, yeah? 2 pieces, actually. We did both of them. No, we didn't do both of them. We did one of them, but I had 2 pieces. And I wanted to show you 2 different types of borders. They're both solid borders, but one is more of a, it's got like a little gap in between it. And this one here is completely solid. I have to say, this one, the very first row, it took a lot out of me. It really did. The very first row on this one, so basic. In fact, I found this piece extremely basic. Had 3 rows. This one had 2 rows, but I found the first row was a little bit trying. And I think I mentioned it in the tutorial as well. But they're our coasters. Yay. And they're done. Also this week, I had a short on a back post stitches, or back post double crochet in US, back post treble in UK, and I had the short for that, and you'll see more shorts like that with small stitches. We've already done single, we've done chains, single, half double, double, front post. I'm sorry, we've only done front post, not back post. We've done front post, but not back post. No, we've done back post, front post, and we've done them both. Hello, wake up, Mary. And I think we did some back loops as well. I'm not sure, and if we haven't, we will be doing them. So you will see the occasional short. They're a couple of minutes worth, not even like a minute worth, maybe even a little bit less, 58 minutes, 48 minutes, something like that. And it'll be like just one stitch or one little tiny basic section of a tutorial. And you might sometimes just see nothing, just me just crocheting just for fun. All right, so that'll come occasionally. It's not an everyday thing. It's a once a week or once every 2 weeks or whenever I feel like doing one. And occasionally I'll pop it up on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you don't see it anywhere, you'll find it somewhere else. Pretty cool. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, which doesn't have too much to do with YouTube itself, has a lot to do with Instagram. Now, recently on Instagram, I'd been noticing a very high volume of followers, which I'm extremely pleased about. But because of it, I missed doing the giveaway on Instagram. We'll call it a surprise on Instagram as well, because I don't want weirdos on, right? And it's gone right up to 2,900 something followers. So what I'm going to do is wait till we hit the 3,000 mark. I will be doing a live video, short video somewhere over the next couple of days regarding that. So keep your eyes peeled. It won't be the actual giveaway video. It's just telling you that it's coming, that the giveaway is coming. I haven't just quite decided what the prize will be. I'm thinking more like, you know, possible voucher, a possible online voucher instead of doing any shipments for that. I'm thinking, you know, possible, I don't know, Amazon voucher or something interesting like that. Let me think about it, and I will let everyone know closer to that date, and you guys will know about it because you'll be the first. I'll talk about that with you first because you guys are most of my followers over on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me because you'll get the opportunity to enter that giveaway as well. Super duper excited about that. Oh, there's a lot to discuss today's live. I've just got so much happening. All right, so I've lost all the chat. Oh, I did lose a lot of chat. Oh my gosh. Yes. You love a C2C, Sherry? Me too. There's so many projects I want to do this year. I don't know which one to do next after the shawl I'm working on. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? What you do is you get them all, you write them on a piece of paper like I do, pop them in a hat and just pick one out, and that's the one you do. That's what I do. I like to making it into a blanket. Yes, you can make it into a blanket. Yes. I like C2C blankets too. Yes, they're quick and easy, especially the large blankets, very quick and easy. Seems to take forever. You find it take forever, do you? Oh, I actually like it. But you know what? I've done a lot of C2C blankets. You won't see another one on the channel for a long time yet. But that's not saying you won't see a blanket. Not saying anything. We'll just wait till the day. Well, don't think it's going to happen soon. It won't happen anytime soon. But we will be doing a blanket eventually on the channel. Haven't decided what kind yet. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. All right. So Monday you got the short, which was back post double crochet. Tuesday you got the C2C border. Today you're getting your live. Tomorrow was supposed to be the wreath. It's going to be the handle to the bag. And Friday, you were supposed to be getting the patchwork jumper video. Fingers crossed, I'm still on track with that, but I'm not sure if it'll be ready for editing. I will try. I will try my best. If not, you'll see a small short video or something go up. But otherwise, I'll try my best to get that video out. If it doesn't go out, it'll go out definitely Monday. So bit of a delay, only because I'm not feeling 100%. I haven't been doing much recording this week. I've been curled up in a ball on the couch. I watched about, I don't know, 10 different movies or something. I get halfway through one, fall asleep, and then I wake up, and there's the credits, as you do. I've got a problem with the current one. I'm 6/8 finished, and I've run out of yarn. You know what you do, Jay? You get one colour from somewhere and do like that colour as a patch on the corner. Like on that bit. Does that make any sense? Specifically that colour. Don't put any rows or anything. Just put one colour. And it kind of looks like you did it on purpose. So like you're here, yeah, you've got your white, your blue, your white, your blue, and then all of a sudden just put whites along there or blues along there. I'm hoping that makes sense. I think Franca will be the only one that will be impatient for the jumper. I still don't have my colors picked out, and I can't even tell you exactly how much I used yet because I really haven't completed it. So all I need to do is complete one sleeve to be able to calculate the yarn. I've already done one side, the back, and I just need to complete one sleeve to be able to decide how much yarn we need. Oh, hello, Mary from Oregon. My name is Mary from Melbourne. The Marys are in the house. We're going to marry everyone out now. Mary. I have a friend named Mary, and when I ring her, I picked up the phone. I say, Mary, it's Mary. And now we just say, Mary. Mary. And her youngest son says, Mom, Mary's on the phone. Even though I hate using the phone. That's what her youngest son does. All right, guys, that's what's happening this week. Oh, so much happening. My mind is running 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm trying to keep up with it because I want everyone to know this Saturday there will be no live. I have something on this Saturday that I cannot make the live. I'm doing the function here, running something here, so I'm going to be busy from like 7 in the morning onwards. So I won't be able to do a live, but we'll have a live as normal on the Wednesday week, so that's okay. I did want to mention, though, that on Saturday when we did our live antics, how many colours of the jumper? I used 8 colours, Jody. I've used more of the red because my red is my border. My red is my ribbing. Yeah, the red I'm using is the ribbing for the base. I still haven't decided because I don't have a lot of the red. I still haven't decided whether I'm doing the ribbing on the sleeves and the collar in the red or whether I'll change it for one of the other colors. But all I want to do is do one sleeve and then I'll know exactly if I have enough yarn. Because I didn't have much of the red left. That's what I'm saying. Let me explain the amounts you will need per color, and then give yourself an extra 10 grams each, because it depends on everyone's tension and on how we crochet for our yarn. So allow yourself 10 grams more, or I don't know how many meters more, but allow yourself a little bit more than what I use, for the simple fact that I crochet very tightly. And you guys know that, because when you watch my tutorials, I laugh whenever I try to get my hook in the first stitch in the round. And you guys already know that. The regulars would. If you're joining us new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, that's another thing, guys. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. Here on YouTube, we are so close to hitting 20,000 subscribers. Who knew that I'd get anywhere near that? And there will be a massive giveaway here as well. Having said that, I'm also considering making the giveaway an Amazon giveaway or something different. Let's just, we'll think about it. We'll talk about it. We'll brainstorm one Saturday morning and one Wednesday. We can brainstorm now if you like, what you like to see as a giveaway. Personally, I think an online giveaway would be great. You guys can download whatever it is that you want. You might not want to see or purchase or be given as a freebie cotton. You might want to be given all wool. You might want to be given all acrylic. You might want to be given all cotton. And I may sort of mix it all up, and then you'll think, well, what am I going to do with this? So let's consider maybe an Amazon voucher or something different. Oh, Dougie's made a donation. The lovely Pupstar's made a donation. Thank you, Karen. We know where it's really coming from. Thank you, Karen, for your donations. Very well received. But we are literally heading towards the 20,000. Told you I had a lot to talk about. The 20,000 mark. And once we hit that mark, there will be a massive giveaway. Now, I do milestone giveaways now, where it's 20,000, and the next one will be 25, the next one will be 30, the next one will be, and so on and so on. And just let it go. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. I don't like online shopping all that much, so those vouchers probably won't be good for you. Oh, I thought maybe Amazon would be good or something like that. I love that you're almost 20,000. It's a great achievement. It certainly is, Jay. And to be honest with you, Jay, I didn't even think I'd get past 500. When I first started, I heard myself stutter through all my tutorials and thought, oh my gosh, how on earth am I going to get subscribers this way? And then I learned the art of editing. It took me a long time to learn the art of editing. And let me tell you, I'm still not good at it. You would think after 5, because I only started editing, I think I actually started editing 4 years ago. I don't think I edited the first 2 years. I can't remember. All I remember is when I first got an editing package, my son suggested, he says, Mum, just get an editing package, cut out those and if and whatever else you say. And I thought, I don't know, and I did, and it was the best thing I ever did. I hate editing. It's the worst for me because it's not my forte, if you will. But I do it, and we do, yeah. Hi all, sorry I'm late, fell asleep. Oh, hi Corrine. I just discussed a lot of stuff. Unless you can do a voucher for your website. Oh, we could do that too. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Middle, it's not a bad idea. We could do a website voucher. We'll see. You might want to be given all Tim Tams. That's hilarious. Hey, Jody, did you get your Tim Tams? I hope you did. I hope you've munched them all up. I would have got them in a second. Give me all the Tim Tams, says Jody. Are you busy with Pipeworks Market? Don't even go there. Look, Jay, don't even go there. I'm going to send another email. This is driving me batty. Look, they do respond. Don't get me wrong. Oh, it's coming. We're coming. We're nearly there. And I've grown 3 grey hairs since I last spoke to you, that kind of thing. But it's going to be very... Look, I do hope they actually open after summer anyway. It's better for what I do. Having said that, I've been making summer gear specifically for that. Now, if you didn't know this, I create things outside of the channel for things like markets and things. Now, I haven't done markets in years, and I kind of don't really want to, but I want to try Pipeworks because it's indoors. It's not warm or anything. It's just indoors. You don't have to stand in the rain. And I remember Pipeworks from when my kids were little. They had a bit of fun there. They had rides, they had little things. So it's a very family orientated kind of thing as well. So I thought, let's try Pipeworks, but they didn't open. I was still waiting 100 years later. Don't mention grey hair. I'm 33, almost 34. I'm starting to. You want to hear something terrible middle? I've been colouring my hair since I was 21 for the simple fact that I started greying at 21 years old. I had 3 grey hairs at 21. So I have to tell you, I've been greying for years. I reckon if I stop now, we're going to be all grey. Notice how I say we, because you guys are a part of me now. You're a part of me now. I have 3 or 4 right now. That's nothing. Middle, I had 3 or 4 by the time I was 22. I did get them. Thank you. Oh, good. Did you enjoy them? Have you not eaten them yet, Jody? If you didn't know this, guys, Jody was our subscriber of the year last year. And it took me 100 years to get your package out to you. It took me what? What are we on? February? Oh, we're almost in March. And I only just got the package out. Although the package, I don't know if you noticed it, Jody, it did a lot of bouncing around in Melbourne for some reason. It went to the airport, then it went back to Glenroy, and then it went back to the airport. I don't know what went on there. But there you go. Maybe we'll have some summer yet. Great that we haven't had a summer yet. Oh, no. Given that we haven't. We've had a weird summer. I don't get sick in summer. I got sick this year. I got a cold. I got a cough. I got sick. The weather was ridiculous. We had like this nasty 40-degree stinking hot day, and in less than 15 minutes, it went down to 20-something degrees. What is that? I wonder why we're all sick. So yeah, we've really had some nasty weather. Melbourne's weather this year, I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's just bad. This is bad. All right, let's get on with what we were talking about before. We've done the short. We've done a C2C border. We're doing the live right now. Tomorrow we're doing the handle to the bag. Friday I'm doing an maybe if the tutorial will be ready. It's not a tutorial. Video vlog will be ready for Friday for our sweater. Now, if you don't see it go up, you'll see a little short. And when you see a little short, you might see me go, because I didn't get it ready. So I might be a little bit silly on the short, which will happen on Instagram as well as Facebook, just for fun. Mary's saying, hang on, I've missed Middle's message here. Oh, I missed a lot. I've been having a weird winter, and you've been having a weird winter. Just finished healing from a cold last week, and I'm starting to get itchy now because I think I touched the cotton. Same with me. My first pregnancy, I pulled out 50 grey. How sad is that, Jody? That's so not fair for us. So not fair. So not fair. But I was 21. You know how sad that is on my 21st birthday, getting ready, and I see, I think it was 3 grey hairs, and I thought, nah, just my imagination. I didn't think anything of it. And then a few weeks later, they were getting longer and longer. So I did pluck them. And then after that, I just kept getting more and more. And so I just started colouring. And in fact, between my pregnancies, because in those days, they kept saying things like, you know, colour wasn't good. The dye's not good for the chemicals for the baby, yada, yada, and the rest of it. So I didn't do a lot of colouring. So I had a lot of grey on the sides during my pregnancies. I think towards the end of the pregnancies, I said, forget it, I'm colouring my hair. As you do. Oh, hello, green butterfly. Hello. Oh, you're late. That's all right, honey. I'll have to explain everything all over again. That was a lot of work to explain. Rewatch it, hun. I haven't broken into them yet. I know once I do, I'll finish them off straight away. Jody and Mary. Eating all the Tim Tams. That's us. Thank you, Green Butterfly, with the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yes, hello, Green Butterfly. Everyone's saying hello. That's beautiful. When I got mine, I finished them in less than a week. Only a week, Middle. I can go through a packet in 2 days. This is why I can't wear all my clothes, because I eat too many Tim Tams. I gave up time. Did you? All right. So there was one other thing I wanted to discuss. Because we're not doing a live this Saturday, I was 21 then too. Oh, were you? You were a young mummy. Oh, so cute. I don't know why I'm saying that. You're a young mummy. I wasn't such a young mummy. I wasn't old, but I wasn't young either. I had to stretch them because I haven't found them here yet. I know. I don't like to, Jay. We'll eat Jay's. Jodie, you and I can eat Jay's Tim Tams. She don't like them. She don't like them. All right. So on last Saturday, I got to get 2 subscribers to do live antics. One was the lovely Kiki, and she chose these 2 colors for the border row. And I have to say, and I think I mentioned it in the tutorial as well, I didn't think the pink would be a great border row for this, but I think it's done wonders. I would have put a blue like I did here, but she chose both these colors for the borders, that is, and I would have chosen the blue. And we might have to get Jodie, I was going to say, we might have got Jodie on the brain now. We might have to get the lovely Kiki to choose again, because every time Kiki chooses, she always ends up having someone else's, joined with someone else or doing the final of something else. So we might have a chat with Kiki. We'll see what we can do. Like I did with Green Butterfly, yeah? Middle Earthian says, I'll eat them. No, Middle, you, me, and Jodie will sit together and eat them. I'm the only person in Australia that doesn't like them. Oh, Jodie. I mean, Jay. Jay. That's all right, Jay. You buy them and give them to me. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? So what am I picking this up for? I can't remember now. So we had 2 followers choose live antics, and Kiki chose the borders to those. And the lovely Sherry, I call her Kathy and Sherry at the same time because I learned that's her name. She chose these 3 colors, I think it was. Hang on, what was it? She chose the blue. No, she chose, hang on. She chose the blue, the pink. No, she chose, where are they? The green, white. Oh, no, that's it. She chose the green, white, and fruit tingle. She didn't choose the messy ones. I made them messy. She chose these 3 colors. She chose, come on, I can do this. She chose these 3 colors for next week's live antics. So we've done this week's live antics, which was the border rows to our C2C, and next week's live antic, which is a, I'm not saying, and it's like, and it has one of these. It doesn't have any of those things. So next week's live antics will be something a little different than, well, we have done something similar but not the same. We've done something similar but not the same. How's that? I'm not saying what it is. My sister can't eat them as she's allergic to chocolate. Oh my gosh, that would be the end of my life if I was allergic to chocolate. Got a lot of other allergies though. If you don't mind the cost, you can send them to me, says Middle. Hello, Anne. Lovely. Anne's in the house. Lovely to have you here. Kiki doesn't care for them either. Oh, okay. Well, we'll eat Kiki's as well, Jodie. You and I are going to be eating so much biscuits. Oh, so many biscuits. Where's my grandma? Happy birthday for Friday. Whose birthday is it? Is it Anne's birthday on Friday? Anne! Happy birthday. I can't even do the birthday for you on Saturday because, well, I won't be here Saturdays live. Don't forget, guys, no live this Saturday. Just for this Saturday, I'll be back like normal next week. But happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Anne McSee. Happy birthday to you for Friday. Don't you love it? I'd die if I couldn't have chocolate. I know, right, Middle? I couldn't eat chocolate for about 20 years, but you can now. That's interesting. And me and Mary will take the Tim Tam. We'll take the Tim Tams, all right? I don't say no to Tim Tams. Although, you know, my doctor doesn't like me very much now. Because I don't listen to him. How exciting. Happy birthday, Anne McSee. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Pretty cool, huh? Happy birthday, Anne. All right. So next week, And I'll get into that as well. I know we've got plenty of time, but I'll talk about it. Monday, we're having a short. Tuesday, we're having a beginner video. Thursday, you will have the live antics, which is a... and Friday, we will do the wreath. Oh, I don't know now. Wait, the short. We'll cut out the short because we need to put the jumper thing if we don't get it in tomorrow. If we don't get it on Friday, we need to pop it in on Monday or something. We'll see. I'll be like this on Friday afternoon, and then I'll say, forget it, it's not happening. We'll see. We'll play it all by ear. Either way, you will get the details for the sweater over the next 3 or 4 days. You'll get those details. Whether it's Friday or whether it's Monday, you will get those details. It's coming very soon. Just bear with me when it comes to working out the amounts of yarn you will need, because in those details, I want to make sure that I give you the right amount of yarn to use, because at the end of the day, you're using 8 colors. Therefore, your colors, you'll need to have the right amounts. Otherwise, you're purchasing, like you might be like me and purchase 200-gram skeins, and then you think, I'm purchasing 200-gram skeins and all I have to use is 25 grams. I'm sure I can find 25 grams in here in another color. Do you know what I mean? So just bear with me. I know all of it will be more than 25 grams in different colors, but I'm just trying to give you the option of whether you want to go out and purchase these massive skeins of yarn or whether you want to use little tiny skeins that you've got lying around, but you want to make sure you've got enough for each block. Yeah. All right. So we'll talk about that when we do the video vlog. I just wanted to make sure that I was right about all that before I send you off on your way and say, go purchase your yarn or go find your yarn. Nothing worse than you start the jumper, you get halfway through it and you think, well, wait a minute, I don't have enough yarn now. I'll have to add another color. Not that that's a problem, because that is a patchwork color after all. I mean, patchwork cardigan. I can't get it out. Patchwork jumper, sweater. You know what's confusing me? A lot of people don't say the word jumper, so now I have to say sweater or pullover to help everybody out. And it confuses me. Okay, now I'm all confused. What's going on? What's going on? Everyone's saying happy birthday to Anne. Everybody loves you, Annie. Oh, Ginny. Hello, Gin. I didn't even know you were on, honey. Oh, I've been getting your messages. I just haven't had a chance to respond, Ginny. Just bear with me, hun. I haven't had an opportunity to respond. Jay says, Mary, I've got to say I hate YouTube shorts. They're like junk mail and clog up my notifications. I know, honey, but they're actually the way to go at the moment. Everybody seems to use them, and it does help my channel by doing them. So there you go. Oh, hello, Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Lovely to have you here. That's fine, sweetie. I just got here late. That's all right. Look, I've been seeing them pop up on my feed. I see them. And I'll get back to her in a minute. And as you know, I've been unwell this week anyway, guys. I still managed to get tutorials out, and I still managed to record the bag handle. Don't ask me how I did it. And I still managed to start our wreath. If you haven't started the wreath, you wouldn't have, because I haven't uploaded it yet. We're not getting the wreath out this week because this small patch has taken me so long. That's 72 rows. Hard to imagine, isn't it? That's 72 rows. And I think I'm going to need about 100 and something rows. I don't know. 200 and something rows. I don't know. No, more. 200 and maybe 240 rows. I don't know. Because I've never done one before. This is all very new to me, doing the wreath. I was going to use a red, but I've decided to opt against it. I do like the idea of a green wreath. So heads up there, if you wanted to use a white or a green or whatever color you like, I'm using a green. So just sort of let everyone know. You will need between 160 and 180 grams worth, nearly a 200-gram skein. Well, trust me. Let me show you. This is only a quarter of the way done. Let me show you so you can see. And I'll just bring it there like that. See, it's only a quarter of the wreath, and that's 72 rows. You know, I've still got a long way to go. So it's not going out tomorrow, and it's definitely not going out Friday. So you probably won't see it until next week. Who knew it was going to take so long? It's my fault, because I used the 8-ply cotton, which is a DK weight, and I did it in a 3.5mm hook. Now, in the tutorial, I do state if you want to use a different thread size, you can. Just make sure when you're doing your, I do mention it in the tutorial as well, when you're doing your width, that you give yourself, excuse me, that you give yourself 2 stitches higher than what you need, because we are going to, and I've been thinking about it, you can either sew it or whatever. I'm thinking, turning it around this way, I'm thinking of crocheting, single crocheting it on top like that and putting a little tiny border row. It's just a thought. If I don't like it when I do it, and I'll be doing it separately, I will undo it, and then we'll actually have that opportunity to not do it that way and just do it as a sewing piece. And I've lost all the chat. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, the chat's come back. Here it is. Okay, I realise how busy you've been and you need to rest while not feeling well. Yes, understand that. But when you get 95 notifications, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I know, Jane. Are you going to do some short rows to make it round? Yeah, I don't know. Leave it with me. I'm playing. I don't know. I'm playing with it. I have recorded part of it anyways. So if I'm not happy with the way this turns out, I can re-record the beginning and, oh, we'll see. We will see. Again, I've never done a wreath before, so I'm playing with it and I'm learning just as you are when it comes to something like that. It's not my forte, which is why I'm struggling with it. But if you wanted to say what my forte is at the moment, I would say yes, definitely blankets. I've done so many of them. I do love doing pillows and cushions. They're my top number 1 things to make. And I haven't done one for a while on the channel. We have made probably 3 or 4 on the channel. I can't remember now. It's been so many. We've made a few on the channel. But right now I'm focusing on clothing, which is why all this is sort of in the back burner at the moment. Everything's just moved out the way so that I can focus on clothing. Now, this is not going to be a tutorial because this was made wrong, so I'm not even going to make this top as a tutorial. Some things will be tutorials and some things will just be patterns up on my website. So bear with me on that, guys. There will be some items that you won't see as a tutorial. They will just be patterns, yeah? And what else is I going to tell you? There's so much to talk about. I've written it down so I can have a look. I think I'm up to date with everything. With my voice is going, guys. Can you hear the voice going? What? Cheers. I hate getting sick in summer. It's funny because you can get sick in winter and you curl up in a ball, under a blanket on the couch, and you're warm and comfortable. When you get sick in summer, you can't even stay warm or cool. You're sick. You don't know how to stay. It's a real weird feeling to get sick in summer. Anyway, that's that. What else? I don't know what else to say. Oh, yeah. Get ready for this guy next week. Because this guy next week, I have not done one on the channel. So that's going to be different. But it's not a difficult thing like the wreath. It's a very basic stitch. I might actually play with a few stitches and add a double crochet row and maybe a little pattern in between and a little V stitch and maybe a little flower or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. But it's not a very big project, but it's also not a very little one, and it's a I'm not going to tell you. Kamari, or is it Chamari? Hello, is it Kamari or Chamari? What an interesting name, Chamari. Very interesting name. Welcome. I've not seen you on our live before, so you must be new. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because we have a lot of good stuff coming up, guys. We have a giveaway. Well, let's just call it a surprise. We call it a surprise here on the channel. We don't call them giveaways for the simple fact that it gets rid of all the nasties. We call them surprises. So that's coming up very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled once we hit our 20,000 marks. I will send you snow. We are currently under a winter storm. Warning predicting about 2 feet of snow between today and Friday. What, Edith? What? That's crazy, hun. Remember to show Mary the love. Thank you, Jody. You know what? Thumbs up doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the channel as well. And it helps show YouTube you want to see more crochet. You want to see patterns. You want to see yarn. And, I did. I forgot to mention. Thanks, Jody. You reminded me. Remember our yarn from, I don't know why you reminded me, Jody. You just did. It was one of those things. Remember our yarn from Passion Flower? Guess what? I ordered the cream from Bendigo to match this. What? Yes. And I'll start working on the project very soon. It is going to be a project for the channel. It will be a wearable. You can shout if you like. You don't have to. But it will be a wearable. And it's going to take a couple of weeks, apparently. So Bendigo's got, obviously, they're inundated with, which I find really odd, especially during summer. But they're inundated with orders at the moment. I rang, when did I ring? Monday. And they said to me, you're looking at about a week and a half to 2 weeks for delivery. And I went, what? If it wasn't so far away, I would have picked it up. But it's a bit of a drive, an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 50 minutes, something like that. And I just didn't feel like driving this week while I'm not feeling well. But if it was local, I would have picked it up, even while I wasn't feeling well. But I wouldn't, I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to drive all the way up there to pick up the yarn. So anyway, that's coming, won't be this week. It'll be probably next week. Then I need to play with the design a little bit. I know what I want. It's something that you guys can do even without having a major pattern. It's such an easy thing to do. So easy. So easy. All right. We're back in 30 weather. But by Sunday, we're back to negative single digits. I'm waiting for my first order from Bendigo. I ordered online. They, excuse me, they have had a very busy time. And I asked if the lady had all the yarn that I wanted in stock, and she said yes. So I said, that's great. I'll get it soon. She goes, no, you won't. You won't get it for another week and a half or 2. So they've been a little bit behind there, but they're getting there. They're getting there, which is good. So they'll have that yarn sent to me by the end of the week next week, the latest, and then I'll be able to start the project. And it will be a project that you can make without, well, you will need your measurements to make it, but just one measurement, and you're working on that one measurement, and then I'll help you out with the other measurements, like the neck and maybe the length between the shoulder and, you know, the underneath your underarm there. Yeah, it's going to be a very basic pattern. We can make it together as a group. We will do it as a crochet along, so you won't even know what the pattern is, but it's just like the most basic of all basic patterns, the basic of basics. All you have to decide is, how do you want your color combination to go? Because I've never worked with a variegated yarn and a solid yarn together as a pattern. So it's going to be a very fun pattern to create. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, and you can play with color. And don't forget also, we're making our vest, and I've already taken some photos with Auntie T and her vest. If you didn't know this, guys, I was talking about Auntie T's multicolored vest. She was on before. She seems to have been disappeared. She's gone. And I took a photo with her multicolored vest, and we're going to do something similar, but not the same, because her vest is knitted version. Yeah. So we're doing, obviously, we're doing it in the crocheted version. So we will have a crocheted version, similar, not the same. It won't be the same. The colors won't be the same. The style won't be the same. Might be a little bit similar, but the style won't be the same. I kind of want a round neck for my vest. I know we can do a V-stitch in the future, but I actually do want a rounded neck for my vest. I want something that I can wear in the house during autumn and winter and still be able to wear it in, let's say, spring and the very cool nights of summer. Oh, you're still there, Auntie T. I haven't heard from you. Yeah, so we're not going to make the same colours as Auntie T. Her vest will have her own colours. And I'm thinking maybe one colour per row instead of doing like a lot of the multicoloured vests. You can do them as well, where you go halfway through and then you do another half colour in there and then another half colour there and so on and so on. So you can change your colours to suit. Where's my email so I can get part 2 done? Asking nicely. Thank you, Karen. It's coming, hun. Just not this week. This week was a bad week for me because I got so unwell. I just put everything in the back burner. Everything went in the back burner. Today was probably the best day I've had. I did 4 rows of this yesterday and I did the rest of this today. And I edited the bag version today. So that bag version is done and dusted. So you will see that tutorial tomorrow. So you'll see the handle, the bag version, the handle version of the bag. You'll see that tomorrow. What color did you use for your top? Color suits you. This one here is their something rose. They're pink. Bendigo's pink. Something rose, I think it's called. Mary, what is the jumper? The jumper is a sweater. It is a pullover and it is a patchwork pullover. And it's not made in squares. It's made in one row and you're changing the colors as you go. Believe me, it works better that way. You'll still have ends, but there is less ends. And once you do the whole row, I know you've got a lot of skeins attached to your piece, but at least it's in the one. You're doing both sides separately, the back and the front separately, but at least it's in the one piece and you don't have to go sewing all your squares together. This is crocheted as one piece, and each color you crochet this and you move it up, and I'll show you how to move it up so you're not going to be left in the dark. Yeah, we're going to do the ribbing. I'll show you how to do the ribbing, give you a few rows, and then I'll get you to head off on your own and do the ribbings to suit your size. And we'll talk about sizes in the tutorial as well. And then, I'm sorry about my cough. It's still here, guys. I do apologize. And then when we get back, after we've done the ribbing, I'll show you how to do the colors all the way across. Turn, come back again, lifting up the yarns as we go, all the different colors, go back and doing it again. Now, if you wanted to see and have a practice of that, we did what was it called? Patchwork beanie. We did a patchwork beanie on the channel not long ago. It was last year. It was around maybe August of last year, something like that. I can't remember. It was, towards middle to late last year. And we did a patchwork beanie. It's going to be done in the same way, except the second set. It'll be done a little bit different. But to show you how to go up and pass your yarn up, it is done the same way. That gives you the opportunity to have a little play, Tracy, by the way. I hope that answered your question. And that's coming up maybe in about a week's time. In a couple of days' time, either Friday or Monday, you'll get all the details telling you the yarn and how much you'll need, what hook size, the rest of it. Heads up, for those of you in Australia, I'm using Bendigo Woolen Mills 10 ply or Aran weight if you're overseas. Aran weight or a number 4 weight overseas. That's the yarn I'm using for the sweater. And I'll be using a 5mm hook. But you guys will need to do swatches or a gauge, if you will. Now, someone recently, and I won't mention the name, they did a gauge for me in the 3 different crochet hooks for another pattern I was doing, and neither of the squares added up. So I'll be talking about that in the tutorial as well, how you can change that to suit. Now, sometimes when we're doing a gauge, we might need to loosen our tension a little bit or tighten our tension or raise the hook a little higher or drop it a bit lower when we're doing our squares to make that tension match, or even as close to it as you can get. I make those, the jumper, sweater, pullover, whatever you want to call it, I make it very big. So it's quite big. You've got plenty of room in there anyways, but you don't want to be short a stitch per color. Otherwise, if you're doing, is it 6 colours or 8? I can't remember. Let's say 6. It's 8 colours altogether, but I think it's 6 squares across. Don't quote me on it yet because I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked at it. If you're doing it and it's 1 centimetre short per square, you're going to be 6 centimetres short at the end of the row, and you don't want that. It'll still fit you, but you don't want that, yeah? Mary, I don't like 10 ply. It's too bulky and I get too hot. Well, Jay, I've already done it in the 10 ply, hun, so I'm going to have to stick to that for now. But don't stress, because in the future we're doing a lot of 8 ply tops, including the Roz from Passion Flower yarn. That is an 8 ply top. I don't know whether we'll do a vest rather than a jumper on that, but like an open vest. We'll see. We'll see. I was going to do a cardigan, but you know what? Popular demand. I'm going to have plenty of yarn for both, for all 3. A sweater, a cardigan, or a vest. There's going to be plenty of yarn. So, you know what we'll do a poll for that. Not now. It's a long way away. It's a long way away. But I do know the pattern I want to use, a very basic pattern. And I'll talk about that when we're ready to do that. I hope that helps. I'm being Miss Grumpy today. So you are a little bit grumpy. What's going on, Jay? Do you want a cuddle? Let's give Jay a cuddle. There we go. Did you like that, Jay? I just gave you a cuddle. It's like a virtual cuddle. Everyone cuddle Jay. She needs a cuddle. She needs a hug. We need to give Jay a big virtual cuddle. Oh, poor Jay. I know you're struggling, hun. Me too. I struggle all the time. I've had a bad week and I just want to sit here and cry. No, I don't. You know, funnily enough, even though I've been unwell and I'm doing this and knocking on wood and everything else, it hasn't hurt as much. You know, when you're unwell, sometimes you think, oh, my back, my hips, my neck, my nose, my face. I did have that sinus pain, really bad sinus pain, but it wasn't much. A couple of Panadols, I was happy. I was happy, you know. So it wasn't as bad. So I haven't had a bad week, really. Sending virtual, look at that. Everybody loves you. Tracy loves you. Middle loves you. Everyone loves you, Jay. We all love you, hun. We don't want you to be sad. We don't want you to be sad. But we are doing a lot more clothing on the channel, and there will be a lot of 8 ply DK weight or number 3 weight, and there may be even a really, not now because that's a long way away, a really, really lightweight project as well. Get excited. It's coming, baby cakes. They're coming. It's coming. It's all happening. But, excuse me. But for now, I'm doing the 10 ply Aran weight. The reason I'm doing the 10 ply is because I have a lot of it in stock. And that is the reality of it all. All of that is 10 ply. I think that's the 10 ply. No, I'm sorry. That's the 8 ply. The 10 ply is down here, there, and down here. I have 10 ply of Bendigo's yarn everywhere, and I don't know why. So we'll be doing our jumper or sweater, if you will, and we'll also be doing a blanket in the future. 4 ply is your favorite, the very lightweight. Oh, it hurts my hands. In fact, this is hurting. I had a cramp in my hand literally about, I don't know, half an hour or so before the live from this finger here. Or was it this one? It was between these two. And it's because I was doing this, which is really, really tight. Tight. But I need it tight. Yours won't be so tight because I'll tell you to add a couple of more stitches. It's way too tight. I have no choice. Most of my yarn, I find, is Aran weight. Okay. Well, we are doing both, so it's all happening this year. You're also love. Thanks, Jody. Yes, we love you too, darling. We all do. We all love you. We don't want you sad. We don't like it when people are sad. We feel sad when people are sad. It's called empathy. We have it. It's sad. All right, so that's that. She gets right on, doesn't she? Just moves. She just goes for it. And so that's that. We are definitely doing our handle tomorrow to our bag. I was going to do it again today, but then I thought, forget it. Let's just do it tomorrow for this bag. Now this one is the handle for an 8-year-old. But you know what? Have a look at this. Let me get up. Have a look at that. That's even cute for you if you wanted to do it that way. But the handle you want for an adult, you want to go around here if you like. You really want that to be a bit longer. So maybe 120 stitches or even 130, maybe even if you want it to be an adult's bag. But I'm leaving it as a children's bag. Oh, and also in the tutorial, I mentioned, do we want to do a little latch over it? I don't know. I did mention in the tutorial that I would get you guys to decide. Definitely going to line it. It will be lined in a couple of weeks. Won't be lined this week. It'll be lined the week after. Okay. Unless by popular demand you want it lined early, I'll have to shift a few things around, which I don't like doing. I've got lots of sock weight. I love it. You do love it, do you? Okay, that's nice. That's very nice. Very nice, Jay. I'd love to do a latch for the bag. That's one person so far. So we'll see. We'll just get a poll from everybody. Well, we can get a poll from everyone today. Do you want to see a latch on the bag, guys? For those of you making the bag, I don't know if everyone's making it. I don't know who's making the bag. Would you like to see a little latch? You'd like a closing? I don't know what to call it. A latch thing? Maybe a bit like, oh, everyone's saying yes. Okay, maybe a bit like what we made the thing last week, the heart bag. Is it here? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Maybe like that. I've got it out because I'm going to pack it in the Pipeworks tub because I'm going to sell it at Pipeworks. So would you one like that with a button? Yeah, I think that would be nice. I would, but I hate sewing. So I don't know about adding buttons. Oh, but you don't have to do much with the buttons. You put it through one hole, put it through the other, and you tie it up at the back. You don't have to over sew it. You love the heart bag. It's so cute. It's my favourite this year so far. I've got a favourite. Uh-oh. I usually have one favourite every year, sometimes two. Last year there was two. Last year it was this guy right here, which hasn't left this table. That's why it's collecting dust. And the Pretty as a Peacock blanket, which is in the other room. I pop it over me when I'm cold. It's cute. It's not so heavy, but it's nice. So everyone's saying yes. So Jodie's saying yes. Fluffy says yes. Ginny says yes. Jan said a latch would be nice. I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it a latch. But, you know. Okay, well, that's what we're going to do. When we do a lining, we'll do the lining. We'll do the latch first because that needs to be done first. And then we'll put the lining on it as well. So when we're lining it, we'll line either one with hand sewing lining and the other one with a sewing machine lining, okay? And you'll have your bag lined and you'll have a buttoned up section as well. So your young one can wear it or you can wear it, whichever suits you. It doesn't matter. It's versatile. Anyone can wear it. I'll be selling them at the market, those two particular bags. If they're popular, I'll make some more. They're not that hard to make. It's all about, you know, what people want. And while I'm at the market, I'm also producing tiny little tank tops as well for people to wear. You might get to see those before I end up at Pipeworks Market. Now, someone messaged me yesterday. I haven't responded. I responded once, but I didn't give her a second answer. She asked if I was going to Australian Sheep and Wool Show this year. Now, I'm not going there as a stall holder, but I do want to go to check it out this time to enjoy it and purchase something for myself to create on the channel. And maybe we might consider doing another one of those giveaways. We'll see. I'm not going to, look, don't think we will. I'll just keep it in mind. It might be possible. We'll see. I haven't planned it yet. Last year's was different because I was able to match what you guys were giving me because I was selling at the market. But this year I'm not selling, so I'm not going to be able to match. So we'll see. I was wondering too. I want to go. She wants to go on Friday and then stay the night. But that means my live won't get, I won't be able to do my live. And I want to do the live still. But we'll see. Let's we can play it all by ear. Someone said you can go do the live in the hotel for about an hour and then leave. We could do that. We could do that. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'll play it all by ear. I've got to speak to the lady again. She's a friend of mine, and she's also a crochet artist as well. I've actually had her on the channel before. We did a little. Oh, what did she do? She did it. This is something you'd be interested in. She crocheted a square, the same square that I made. She made it as well. We both came out with 2 different sizes. We used the same hook and we used the same yarn. So this is all about gauge, guys. This is why I say gauge is really important. We both crochet the same, but one of us, I can't remember which one of us, was probably me, that was tighter than the other one. So I believe hers was normal. Mine was more tight because I crochet really tightly. But it goes to show you, when we put those 2 squares together after the video, we discussed the fact that we had 2 different measurements, same hook, same yarn. So just heads up there, guys. You want to do the jumper with me or the sweater with me, that's fine. Do the gauge. When I do the gauge, make the gauge. Really important. You could do a live from the show. It might be short, but it would be fun. Yes, do the live on location. I did the live when I was in the room before everyone started walking in, and that was okay. But I've got to be careful with doing a live when other people are there, yeah? And you would have noticed when I was recording, I recorded a little bit before 9, and once I hit 9, some people started coming in early. I had to drop the camera because I couldn't show you other people's faces, yeah? So I was only allowed to do the live for my table and my room, but not while the people were coming in to the room. I hope that makes sense. So doing the live there would be a little bit impossible this year because I'm not there as a stall holder. I'm there as just a guest, if you will. I'm a guest. Not really. I'm just going to go there to purchase yarn. I want to do what I couldn't do last year because I didn't have the opportunity. And I worked days and I worked at night at home and I went back there again and then I went back and it was up and down and I didn't get a chance to buy what I wanted to buy. You could come visit me and interview me. Jay, are you going to have a stall there, hun? Are you going to do a stall? If you do a stall, I'll come. Don't worry about it. I'll come. I don't have a problem with that. I will. I actually can talk to store holders, which I did there. If you remember when we did the video for, what did I call the video now? There was a word for it. I can't remember the name of it. Can you believe it? For the giveaway, if you will. I did a video there. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. My brain will think about it in a minute. Often I need to drop down half a hook size from what you use. So there you go, Jody. So already it's telling you that you're going to need to change your hook size. So if I'm using a 5, you'll need to use a 4.5. Or if I'm using a 7, you'll need to use a 6 or whatever. But you don't know until you're ready to do it. And it also depends on your yarn. So Jody, if you don't have Bendigo Woolen Mills while we're doing our sweater and you're using another yarn like this guy, get this. I crocheted a gauge with this. We did a gauge on the channel using the Bendigo wool, using this acrylic, and using a Bendigo cotton. Now, this acrylic's nothing to do with Bendigo at all. This one I had to use a 4.5mm hook. Bendigo I used a 5, and the cotton I had to use a 4.5 as well. So that's all the same size. So it's a different yarn, different thread, different hook size. So be very careful, yeah? Hi there, I love your stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Dawn Smith. You are Aussie crafty. Mum, another Aussie in the house. But you know what, Dawn? You know what we have in the house so far? We have UK, US, Ireland. I'm trying to think now. We had Africa. I don't know if she's still here. We had, oh my gosh, who else have we had? Come on, guys, help me out. We've got Canada. We've got lots of US here. Yep. Now I'm helping my friends from Bellevue Park find merino. I do want to purchase some fine merino, Jay. Maybe we can sort something out, Jay. Look at this big smile on the face. I've never ever, I've got some fine merino here, but it's like from Spotlight. I shouldn't really say that. Spotlight's good, been good to me. But it's from Spotlight, so it's okay. It's just not fancy fine merino. It's just some, you know, Spotlight fine merino. And I've got Lincraft fine merino, which is, I think this is fine merino. Let's have a look at the Lincraft one. No, this is just merino. No, that's just merino. It's not even fine merino. Where's the Lincraft fine merino? I know I had some. No fine merino from Lincraft. Just merino they had. But that doesn't mean anything. We can use the merino on the channel eventually. We do need to use it on the channel. We've never used a merino on the channel. I've never used merino. Oh, it's going to collapse now. It's going to fall on me. It's the softest wool in Australia. Yes, I know. So I do want to use some. There was this one fella at the show last year. He was hilarious. I didn't know who he was. He came past our table towards the end of the show. I think it was the last half an hour. And he says, "Oh, you don't have any merino wool here." I said, "No, we don't have merino. We don't sell merino wool." And I'm not really selling wool. I'm, selling my projects, my items, and my packs. The wool are in the packs, but it's not merino. He goes, "You mean fine merino or super fine merino or something?" And I said, "Well, yeah, merino." "No," he says, "not just merino. It's super fine merino." He was so adamant. And I thought, okay. He was really scary. He was really upset with me because I didn't say super fine merino. So there's different types. You learn the hard way. I'll dye some for you. Okay, well, make sure we've got some in stock there. And I'll purchase some while I'm there. I am purchasing merino wool while I'm there. I want to purchase some dyed yarn while I'm there. That's from different places. I do want to visit the wonderful Tom from Tandy. And if Roz is there, I'll visit her. And there was a couple of people I didn't even get to see while I was there last year. And I was angry, very angry with myself that I didn't have the opportunity to see them. I did get some help when I was at the show from family. My kids came, people came, they gave me a bit of help. Some friends came, but it just wasn't enough time for me to run off and do what I wanted to do. In fact, when I went to do the giveaway, purchase for the giveaway, I rushed everyone. I said, "Okay, so tell me a bit about your yarn and hooks." And I just rushed everyone, and they're looking at me like this. She's like ADHD. And I rushed them all through. I felt really bad for them, but I rushed them through it. Bellevue Park is a super fine, but they do have ultra fine. Let me write the name down. Bellevue Park. Bellevue Park. Now, are you still going off to Sydney in May, Jay? I'm not really sure if I'll go at this stage. It doesn't look like I'll have enough time. I want to, but I've got something very big planned this year. And between May and November, I'm going to need every second of the day. I haven't talked about it to you guys because it's not really for the channel, but it is a crochet big thing. And I really do want to get into it. Everyone, need to go to my senior citizens dinner. Oh, for your senior, catch up next time and keep safe. We'll catch you soon, Auntie T. We'll catch you very soon, yes. And we'll talk, you and I. We need to have a chat about our little thing that we did last week. So we'll talk 2 weeks ago. We'll talk. I'll talk to you. I'll call you. No, I won't call you. I'll just see you soon. Bye. We'll see Auntie T soon. No, it's too expensive. Oh, is it? Is it too expensive? Really? Really? Oh. Well, we'll see. We'll see. And I want to give, I want to look after the small business this year. I really want to focus on small businesses. And I know that I do that anyway. When we went to the show, I purchased from different people, but I don't just want to purchase in a hurry. I want to take my time. I want to look at what I want, and I want to say, right, I'll just have one of those, 2 of those, I better take them all, that kind of thing. And I don't want to have to rush them, and they're just like, this one lady just went, I'm going, "Oh, one of those, and I got to go, see you, bye." And she's like, "Here's the money." You haven't paid me yet. "Oh, sorry." It was very rushed. One lady, I forgot to pay her completely. She came charging after me. You forgot to pay. I'm so sorry. We're in the same room, so it was okay. We were working in the same room together. But it was quite funny. And she said, you didn't pay. Oh, didn't I? I'm so sorry. So that's how bad last year was. I really need to go there and be relaxed. The classes are $300 per day plus accommodation. I know, Jay, that's why I wasn't sure whether to go. And it seemed like a lot of money for something that I already know how to do. I don't mean to sound, like that, but it seemed like a lot of money for something that I can do. And then not only that, have you noticed that on Instagram, they're asking for store holders. So when you go there, you feel obligated to purchase some yarn as well because you want to, look after small businesses, right? So I would rather, if I'm going to spend a bit of money, to spend it here in Melbourne. And I really have a really important job. I'm not going to give anything away in case I'm not allowed to do it. Oh, what is it? They're all thinking she's doing something naughty. Oh, what naughty thing can you do with crochet? Seriously? I just don't know if I'm allowed to. So I'll have to find out before I start promoting it on the channel. I can't say. Only because I don't know if they'll let me do it. They'll say, I'm so sorry. No way, Jose, kind of thing. You're not doing it. You're not going there. Forget it. So I want to make sure I can go and I can do this before doing it. But I need to know. I'm actually waiting until after. I shouldn't wait till after Easter. I might actually email them next week. I'll leave a, you know what? Let's email and see if I can do it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But you know what? Once you find out, you'll think, oh, even better. It's something here in Melbourne. I think I'm the only Sydney crocheter. Jenny, we want to come to Sydney because you should know this. Sydney has the conference, the crochet conference. And we were going to go, but it's just very expensive to do. And I think it was a little bit cheaper. And I noticed that hotels, Jay, if it's just me, they've just doubled in price. They've doubled in price. And I reckon they've doubled for the simple reason that they know a lot of people are opting to holiday local rather than traveling overseas. Still many people going overseas, yeah. But a lot of people are opting to travel, go on holidays locally, Sydney, Queensland, Perth, that sort of thing. They're going everywhere else rather than traveling overseas. So they've upped their prices. I couldn't believe Bendigo last year doubled their hotel prices. Doubled. Well, the ones that I wanted to go to. So I ended up going to this little place that was very scary and I should never have gone there. But it was all right. It's crazy prices. It's out of control at the moment. So I think I'm going to opt not to go. With my friend, I don't know when it comes to Bendigo whether she wants to do one day there. I'll have to think about it. What is the name of the Sydney one called? I just think it's called, what's the website? The website's called the Crochet Guild Australia. Go to their website and then you'll see the word conference. Just click on the conference and it'll give you all the information for the conference. I hope that helps. Crochet Guild of Australia. And I think they're in Queensland. I'm not really sure exactly where they are. But it's Crochet Guild of Australia. I remember sending them an email saying, can I have some information? And then one lady said, oh, look, we haven't got that information yet. We'll let you know. They never got back to me and didn't worry me because I really don't want to do it. Yes, Fibre Fest. Is that what it is? Look, if it was a little cheaper, maybe. I've seen some naughty crochet. It's not. I see what you mean, Jody. Yes, I've seen some real naughty crochet, Jody, that I had to go like this. It's like, whoa. It's a little too much for my eyes. There's, baby eyes. What? Australia Crochet Guild. Thank you, Australia Crochet Guild. Yeah. Yeah, there has been some very unusual crochet, Jody. It's an unusual one. But what I want to do is not an unusual thing. It's just I don't think anyone's done it before. And I want to do it. And I'm that sort of person. I've done Melbourne show. I've done Moomba. Moomba's one of our biggest parades. It's the biggest parade here in Melbourne. And I've done, what else have I done? I do big things. Like I don't like to do them this little. I like to do them this big. And that's just the way I've always been. And that's the last big thing I can do. I'm not going to say what it is. If they'll let me do it. And what I did in Moomba, I did that with another group. Oh, for the life of me, I can't remember their name. Oh, my brain has just lost it. And my daughter and I, we did it together. We crocheted squares, pink squares, and we sewed them all together, and we sewed them on top of bikes with tubs in front of them. And the children were in the tubs, and there was the males of the families riding these bikes, and we all wore crocheted outfits. And it was like 27 degrees. It was really hot, nearly 30 degrees that day, which usually does around Moomba. And yeah, that was it 2014 or 2011? 14. I think it was 14. My brain. One of them. It was one of the years. I think it was 14. I can't remember. Anyway, we did Moomba that year, and that was raising funds for breast cancer. So everything was pink. Different coloured pinks. You had your bright pink, your dark pink. You had a bit of white involved with the pink as well. So it was all very exciting. I could stay with my son, but that means a train trips. I know, and the thing is, you have to be there by 7:30. Did you notice, Jay? I had a look at it. It says it's a 7:30 start. And I thought, oh, I don't mind that. But if I have to drive or take an hour train ride, what time do I have to get up? And I thought, you know what? Normally, maybe in a couple of years' time, maybe when I'm not so busy, I always say that, but I'm probably going to be busier, right? But maybe in a couple of years' time when I've slowed down a little bit, not that I will, I just get busier and busier every year. What is wrong with me? And maybe one day. Let's say the word one day. Now, you know they say one day never comes, but let's just say one day and hope that maybe I'll go one day. That's... are you saying humbug or humbug? I don't know what you're saying there, hun. Not sure what you're saying. I've got to sneeze. I'm trying not to, because I've got my sinus blowing up again. Yeah, so I don't really want to go for the fact that it's extremely expensive. Yeah, and to do that, I would rather, and I know this sounds silly, but I would rather drive to one of our country areas here in Melbourne where they have a sheep farm and talk to sheep farmers like I did with Tom from Tandy, purchase some yarn from them, or purchase something that has something to do with their farm to help them out. I think that's what I'd like to do to support our locals. That was silly of me. Accidentally closed YouTube. I'm back. Oh, you didn't miss too much. We're whinging about, how expensive a crochet conference is going to be in Sydney. I have to go, everyone. Bye, Fluffy. Bye, Fluffs. We'll see you soon, hun. Yes, I'd love to go to a sheep farm to support them. And I think I did that with Tom. If you didn't know this, Tom from Tandy Farms, he has his own little sheep farm here in Victoria. It's not that far. I think it took me, I don't know, hour and 20 minutes to get there. Maybe less, hour and 15. Really wasn't that far at all. It was a small price to pay to stay on his farm. He rents out the little cottage there, or there's some rooms there as well he rents out. And you can stay in the rooms. And if you book to stay in the rooms, you get to do the yarn dyeing as well. So you get to do all that, and that's a lot of fun. I'd rather do that again with Tom than to travel interstate and spend a fortune interstate. Seriously, I'd rather do that. Means nascence of... I know what it meant, but I didn't see the B. I thought you meant that. Humbug, yes. It really was... It's annoying. I don't think I would spend that much money for that. Yeah. Yes, so Tom does that. Tom at Tandy Farms. Ginny, look him up. Tarndie. Yes, I-E. Tom from Tandy. And I've already done one little stay with him. I'd like to do another stay with a group of my own crochet friends. I've got a couple of, well, some of them are knitters. Achoo. I have a handful of friends that, I've got hiccups now. Sorry, guys. I have a handful of friends that have, that are very yarny, and they want to go and do a stay with him. I've already done my stay, but I want to go with them too. So we'll have a group of us doing the stay, which will be fantastic. I think it will be great. Be nice to stay with some family and friends and things there. But anyway, so that's the farm. And you get to see the Polworth sheep up close. Now, these sheep are to die for. To die for. They're not your average sheep. They're the fur. Is that what you call it? Wool, not fur, wool on the sheep, is to die for. It's beautiful. The accommodation is really lovely at Tandy. Yes, it is, Jay. It sure is. You can have a choice to stay in the cottage if you like the old cottage, or you can stay. There's another area where it's close to his place, and you can stay there with a group of people. Yeah, no, I meant wool. Jay, I did mean wool. I got fur in the brain. I don't know why I said that. I'm thinking of my cat. No, because the other day she wasn't well again. Oh, I don't know what to do. Poor girl. It's a tough decision now with her. I'm hanging on to her and hanging on to her, but anyway, we won't talk about it. I'd love to hug a sheep and say thank you for your yummy wool. I didn't get an opportunity to hug him, her, her. I did get a chance to pat, which was cute. I got a chance to feed. It did like to eat from your hand. This is one sheep. The other ones, they tend to get a bit scared, but they raised one of their sheep by hand, this one sheep by hand, and I got to feed the sheep, which was lovely. Save up to visit a vet. Save up to visit a vet. Look, it's not the money. They've already told me. It's just the, the idea of it, what I have to do. Sorry to hear about your cat. Let us know. She's 13 years old now. She's got what's it called? Epilepsy. She got that with age, and I didn't even know it existed in animals. And she has her little fits. She still eats and does things, but she throws up a lot, and we brought her in the other day because we were cleaning out the backyard, and she gets scared of the pressure hose. So we brought her in, and I closed this room because I knew what she would do here. But I'd forgotten that I'd popped a whole bag full of yarn under a table to give to the elderly citizens' home. And I've been packing yarn in there. And I was cleaning the kitchen, and then I didn't see the cat anymore. I said, where is she? I see her running across the lounge room. She had a ball of yarn in her mouth. This ball was this big. And she runs, and because she has these fits, I really feel sorry for her. She gets halfway and just drops. And she has a little fit, but the ball is still sitting in her mouth. I wished I'd had my camera, but it wasn't funny because she was having this little fit, and I was a bit scared. But she had the ball in her yarn in her mouth, and she's sitting there collapsed on the ground like that. She won't let go of the ball of yarn. So it was a little bit funny, but not as well. But it's a bit sad. What do you do? What do you do? But yeah, so she had a ball of yarn, and that was not very good. That's not very good. But we left her in for that reason. Even this weekend when we have people over, we're going to lock her up in the laundry because she will have fits if there's too many people around. So we have to lock her up in the laundry, which is something I don't like doing. I don't like to lock my animals up. They're always outside. I leave them outside. But she has to be locked up because, in fact, even the dog, the dog is, it's a madhouse out there. The dog is blind now, totally blind. So when you go out there, it's like this. The dog's blind, the cat's an epileptic. It's like a madhouse out there. And we're hanging on to them and hanging. Yeah, you think to yourself, how long can you hang on? And, you don't want them in pain. But apparently the vet said the dog can go ahead with his life while he's blind. He's a strong dog. Dogs smell first, hear second, and see last. Well, I didn't know that. I knew they smell first, like they really go for smells. But I didn't know that about the the sea last. But there you go. Anyway, so he's struggling, she's struggling, and we're like, I don't know, maybe we have to lock up the dog as well. Who knows? We definitely have to lock the cat up in the laundry. Too many people will just scare her, and she'll have fits. Last time we had people over, we have an air conditioner in the lounge room, which is actually on now, so I hope you're not hearing that hissing sound. And just from the outside, on the bottom of the ground, there's the actual unit that is part of that kit, right? And whenever something happens and she doesn't like it, she runs behind the unit and stays there. Well, when we had people over that day, she was there the whole day. So this year we're going to lock her in the laundry. She's happy. She'll have her food. She'll have her biscuits. She'll have nice, comfortable bed to sleep on. And she'll be happy, but we can't leave her out at this age. She's just too frail now. So anyway, all right. So let's get back to, how did we get so sidetracked? How did I get so sidetracked? Let's get back with what I was... She just doesn't stop. Now, I just want to let you know what's happening for the rest of this week and what's going to happen for next week. Today week, you will get a normal live. So Wednesday's live will go ahead. Saturday's live will not go ahead this week, but we'll be back to normal next Saturday. And next Saturday, get excited, guys. We're going to choose the very next live project. Oh my gosh, do we choose or do I just pick something? The last time we did this was chaos. I don't know if anyone was there from the live today, but it was chaos. People were voting, double voting. People were changing their votes. It was just chaos. And in the end, we just decided on the tote bag. It was very funny, but it wasn't too. It was chaos. So we're going to be doing the very next project, whether I decide to do it or whether we vote. Maybe I should do it. I liked hearing the pet update. Thank you. Thanks, Anne. I don't like talking about it very much because it makes me sad. But otherwise, what do you do? You get these pets and you just assume they're going to live forever, but that's, not logic thinking. We had a blast that time, Edith. It was very funny, and you guys laughed at my expense. I mean, you guys laughed with me. You did. You laughed at my expense. It made me... I think I laughed so much that the tears are coming out of my eyes because they said, no, we want this. We changed our mind. We want that. Can I change my vote? I'd like to change. Can you cancel my vote? Oh, God. What? It was chaos. So I thought to myself, oh, we can't do this again. Pets are our family. I know they don't live longer than us. Unless we buy a parrot, they live for a very long time. I like choosing the projects, but I think you should make sure we don't change our minds. I'm thinking this time we're going to do the hat. We're going to do the hat. So some of the names are still in there. We're going to put your names in the hat. No, not your names. We're going to put the name. I don't know how we're going to do this. Let me think about it. Maybe I should just choose. You guys, you really stress me out. Tell you what, maybe I'll choose the next one and leave the yarn on the table and you guys can choose the yarn. And that can be... No, we'll do it where I pick the yarn from here. You guys like seeing me do that. You like seeing me, juggle the skeins. Not the green, do the yellow, do the pink. Da, 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 da. And that's just like chaos. Again, that's like chaos. Remember last year we did it? No, we were doing it here. We had all the yarn here. Remember that? And we were picking yarn. It was funny. That was a lot of fun. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about. For the rest of the week, you will get the handle for this bag. And I thank everyone for being a part of creating our little tote bag. You'll get the handle. And that's happening on Thursday. Friday, I'm not sure what's happening yet. Fingers crossed I can get the sweater, pullover, jumper details out Friday. If not, it'll come out on Monday. So you'll get it on Monday either way, right? Monday, you'll either get that or a short. Tuesday, you'll get a beginner tutorial. Again, I'm going to do something small for the beginners, people who are learning. I'm focusing on everyone this year. Yeah. And Thursday, you're going to get... the other one. I'm not saying. I still haven't said yet. And on Friday, we will hopefully, fingers crossed. No, I'm sorry. Monday, we're changing it from short to wreath. We're doing our wreath on Monday because I won't be able to get it out this. We're supposed to go out tomorrow. I won't be able to get it out tomorrow. It'll come out on Monday. So we're getting our wreath on Monday. Beginner on Tuesday. On Thursday. The live antics. And the patchwork jumper starts next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. Get excited, but you will get the details for the sweater jumper before next Friday, whether it's this Friday or whether it's early of next week. But no live this Saturday, guys. Remember, that's not going to happen. Definitely will be no live this Saturday. We'll definitely have a normal live Wednesday, and then we'll be back to normal next Saturday. And that's it. That's all I want to say, guys. I do want to say thank you very much for joining us today for our live. Thank you for those of you who have done super chats. Thank you to the lovely lady who always does a donation on my website whenever I do a live, and I thank her very much for that. And that's it, guys. All I want to say is good luck creating whatever's next. What's next? I do the bag handle. The bag. I don't even know what's next. What am I doing? That's already recorded and edited, so I know it's going up tomorrow. The rest, I don't know what's going down. Lovely show. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, everyone. I want to see everyone on Wednesdays live next week. In the meantime, try to be good. Ciao for now. Try to be good. Don't you love it? Try to be good. Ah.